Thank you. Well, she's still my wife, so I guess it was a successful stunt at that stage. I'm going to talk about commercial buildings and how do you make your existing smart building a bit smarter. Everybody knows the simplest equation is when demand equals supply. Very simple, but very hard to do, especially in today's buildings because they're so complex. Today what we have is a situation where supply equals demand because the systems were designed to be able to be on worst case. Plenty of cooling or heating when you need it. Unfortunately, you get it when you don't need it. That means wasted energy, hot and cold spots, uncomfortable employees, all kinds of reactive things for facilities, so they're not being proactively managing it, they're just responding. So what happens and why is that? Well, we haven't really focused on what is that key thing for demand. This is still the same $12 thermostat that we've been using for 40 years. So what it does is it really tries to keep it into a range, but we've got to be smarter about that. And also the building automation systems think about these zones, discrete things, but in reality a building is a collection of them. So why don't they talk to each other? Well, they actually do. So what we do is we use machine learning technologies to be predictive about it. What's happening as activity, what's happening with weather, what's happening in changes to make anticipatory changes in that demand signal, which means we're proactive instead of reactive. We also take the building, we build it into a model so that the zones connect to each other and interact to each other. So impacts do get associated. By managing those, you can be a lot smarter about where the right energy needs to be at the right amount and what it's the right time for that capabilities. How does our engagement model work? We're very complementary to those existing building management systems. We just make them smarter. First thing we usually do is with customers is give them an analysis because people work very hard to make their buildings efficient. But they've been working with supply and no other tools. So that first analysis starts to show them the opportunities. Where are the areas that aren't in conformance? Where are the areas that are opportunity? Where is the energy going? How do I do all this? And we do it all with software only in their existing building space. Quickly they migrate from just saying, geez, I now know more about my building, but how can you help me manage it? So our service of simplicity allows you to manage it and be proactive. Small, minute adjustments as the day changes, as things change, as the sun sets. All those things help bring energy into control, and most importantly, happy tenants. The go-to-market strategy is through the established channels. Today it's really dominated by systems partners, by owner-occupieds who have long vested interest in it, and also through the real estate market as they're trying to improve the quality of their assets. And every good, deep machine learning technology team needs to have a rocket scientist on it. Ours is Victor, and he truly is a rocket scientist, so it's a good core team. This is a huge market opportunity because buildings aren't going away. We're building more and more, and they're out there, and they're an opportunity to just make them better for that capability. And there's, I call it the trifecta of benefits. Happy employees, lower energy costs, and more proactively managed staffs. And we're expanding our development team, so we're always looking for a little bit of money. So if you have a little cash, we'd certainly appreciate it. Thank you.